What's happening, guys? Bit of a different video this one for you. Today, I'll talk quietly because the kids are going to sleep. Today I'm going to be fitting the coil and plug kit, and obviously as you can see I'm not at the unit. This is late in the evening, so I'm just going to run through it with you as I'm fitting it. I'm probably going to, I don't know if I should make this a whole video or just add this into a video, but we'll see as we go through it. It's my first time doing this. I've had a little practice on some old boards and that about soldering, and also I've been sort of looking at a few videos and getting the idea of it. So I'm going to go for it myself, and fingers crossed it works. So let me give you an idea of how it works and that. Right, here we've got the S300 board. Obviously it's my Honda. You see the S300. Yeah, basically it's obviously all, you don't really want to touch these with your fingers. Basically, yeah, it's all out of the casing, as you can see. And we've got the hondarulez kit here. So with the hondarulez kit you get a wiring harness, which obviously goes to the coils, to the dizzy, and some earthing, and obviously to the ECU. Now you also get in the coil, in the kit, you get these parts to solder into the ECU, and obviously that's where the plugs go. Also you have to solder this part into this fitting here. So obviously it goes through that way, so the little pins come out this side, and then you drop a blob of solder on them all and get them all fixed in nice. And you have to cut out the part on here to make the plug go through, so it can obviously come from the harness straight to this. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this, because this solders in, and then this plugs into that, sort of like that. And obviously you screw this, use this screw to screw it to the casing. And then these two wires, I haven't 100% looked into it, but they run to A25, and I think it's A21, which is obviously on this side here. So I'll show as I do it anyway, I'll go through it, but they go to them two there. So yeah, I've got to get that all fitted in now. And then once I've done it and looked up, because it comes with a fitting guide, so it's a really good bit of kit. But also, yeah, when you do it, you want to take your complete board out, and then you want to buy some of this like desolder, which I'm obviously using. And obviously I'm going to desolder all these parts in here, and then just solder this in, and then yeah, I'm going Alright guys, I seem to have soldered it in. Yeah, it looks, obviously it's not the best job, but I'm trying to get some focus on it. But yeah, it looks like it's pretty done, and obviously no solders connecting to any other connections, so it should be fine. But that is that fitting, and so now you can plug the chip in to that, and obviously once that's plugged in, then obviously I said you cut a hole in the metal frame of the ECU, and then obviously it'll plug out, and then obviously 2 wires come from this plug here, and then they go across to over here. I'm going to now have a look in 100% to do that, and then once it's filmed I'll talk through right at the end of the process and let you know exactly what's perfect. Okay guys, as you can see, it's fully done now, and this is like the finished article basically. So this is the chip, obviously all installed, a little cut out there for the 2 plugs. It's not the neatest, but it don't matter, it does the job. So obviously you got the yellow wire which comes along all the way, and it goes here to A25, I believe. Is it A25? Yes, I think. I'm pretty sure this one's A21. And then obviously you got the green one that goes along to A21, and you have to solder them to obviously the plug side, which is the A plug. Obviously you got A, B and D. Yeah, so obviously don't ask me why there's not a C, but they just, it says it on the board as well, but A, B and D. So obviously, yeah, that's all in now, and obviously your harness, which is here, will plug. Where's the plug? I had it a minute ago and all test plugged it right. So yeah, this obviously, this plug plugs into this one here, and then it will go to your coils, your distributor, these 2 I believe, and then obviously you've got an earth, and it states do not ground it on the thermostat housing. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what it does state, so I'll be grounding it elsewhere. But this, and obviously this has now been fitted, so that's how you fit the hondarulez side to your ECU. What I will do is I'm going to get this ECU back together and get it all done, and then obviously in the distributor you've got to take out some parts. I believe the ICM, I think, and a couple of parts anyway you've got to take out. So I'm going to take them and take the distributor apart, and when I do that I'm going to carry on with this video, and then so you can sort of get the whole shebang on basically how to fit the kit. And then obviously you can have a coil on plug kit on a B series, which is obviously S300, so which when you're building big power you obviously want a coil on plug kit ready for it. So I'm now going to end this video, well, end this part here, and I'll carry this on when I get to the distributor. Okay guys, so now I'm down the unit, and obviously I'm going to carry on with this fitting kit for you. Basically when you want it, this is your distributor, if none of you know, and obviously some of you will have a single plug, or some of you have like a multi plug. Take no notice, this was coming off it. I've just extended something from my boost pipe, so if you're not boosted you won't have that, or some people don't even need it, but mine needed extending, so I extended that. But yeah, you'll have 1 or 2 plugs on a distributor. Obviously mine's a single plug. I think the older OBD ones have the 2 plugs, I believe. This is obviously OBD2. But when you take the distributor off, make sure you make a line where it was, so it don't make no running issues, and it's exactly how it was when you took it off. That's sort of a key thing. I'm now going to get to taking it off, and then I'll carry on in a second. Okay guys, so now I've got it all apart. What you've got to do is basically you have to take off your trigger wheel here, and there's a screw inside it. It's a Phillips head, and it is very rusty. On most of them it's going to be hard to get out, so I'm going to try and get this one out quickly. Oh, my one's loose. No, that wasn't pre-edited or anything like that. It was generally loose, which obviously isn't a good thing. Now, if you can see it, inside this distributor, you've got the RCM and the coil. These bits have to be removed. I'm now going to do that and show you. Yep, these are the ones that are going to be hard. I don't even have to actually talk about it. Alright guys, I may have to cut this screw because this one is absolutely seized in there. Yeah, so bear with me, I'm going to get this out now and then I'll get back to you. Okay guys, I've decided to move the camera to give you a better look. I apologise about the lighting. I've got a problem with my electrics in the unit today. I'm waiting for an electrician to come and sort it out. But obviously plug socket's still working, luckily enough, and I've got my big trusty light here that's keeping us a little bit anyway. Enough rambling. Right, now this is how your distributor should look after it's ready to basically put back together just for the coil on plug kit, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening. Right, on the coil, it's the easiest way to do it. You have a black and yellow wire and a blue, and it's a blue wire as well, I believe, blue one. Or just a black and yellow. Oh yeah, and the blue one's here, so you have to cut that off. But they go to the coil and they run obviously from the plug down here, and they obviously go in now. So, and they've got like some sleeving around it inside just to like familiarise it with us. So if you look at yours, you're like, oh yeah, he's got exactly the same. But anyway, yeah, you need to take them two out, and these two need to be out ready to connect to these on the harness here. So yeah, you have two on the harness here, and they connect to them to obviously control the distributor. So now I'm going to get this is basically it, this is how it is. I'm going to try and get this back together and get this done now. But that's all the spare parts you should have. And then once it's back together, I'll show you again. Okay guys, so as I said, the Dizzy's back on, and the exact line I put it. They're the K20 coils you're going to be using for the hondarulez kit. I'll just drop the cap off of the exhaust anyway, don't worry about that. But yeah, obviously your distributor plugs here. And obviously, there's your two plugins that go to the cop kit that hang out. Obviously the thicker wire in your cop kit, which will be a red thick one, will go to the black and yellow and the other pin out. I can't remember the colour of the other wire of your cop kit, but it will go to here. There's only two, so you know the red one goes to the black and yellow, and the other colour goes to the blue. And then that is done, and make sure that's cut from the distributor side. So I'm going to make up obviously a plate to bolt these in. I'm going to make one myself because the price of them is ridiculous, and I've got some metal, I can do it myself. It's not a big job, so I'm going to cut a template and make one of them. Now when you do the coils, make sure they've all got the rubbers on the end. Like me, I haven't. So this one won't stay down, but when you do it, obviously when I test it, I'll just put something on top of it just to get the car running and test, and then make sure it's all down so you don't get no misfire issues or no startup issues. But that's for that part. That's practically it. But once it's all bolted on all together, I'll have a quick talk through on the last of it, and then we'll wrap up the video there. All right guys, so there you have it. That is the kit completely installed. There's the coils I made up a temporary plate just to have them in for the time. They're not bolted down, but they're in solid enough, and the car runs off it. I'm going to obviously order one, a coil holder basically to hold the coils in and bolt on, and obviously I'm going to order a new cap to block off the distributor. I've earthed mine to here. Obviously it's not properly fitted yet because I'm fitting cams to this. I've got loads to do to this still, so this was just for the video temporarily. But yeah, everything's all fitted in. You got your two plugs that go to distributor as I explained. Yeah, mine's not neat, mine's just done for the video purposes for the time, just to make sure everything's all good. Now I'll tell you, the difference in the way the car runs is amazing. It's obviously loud because it's a drag car at the moment, it hasn't got a full system. So there we go guys. Oh, sorry about the camera, terribly dirty, that's a bit better. There we go, that is how you install a hondarulez cop kit to your B series engine, which obviously eliminates the distributor and makes the car run a lot smoother and to be able to handle a lot more power, because we know distributors blow spark out. I know in the UK, loads of times around the 500-600 horsepower mark. So this will just make your car run smoother, more reliable, and you get rid of that rubbish distributor. It's an 80s style engine obviously, so yeah, basically we need to upgrade, and obviously the coils are the best option to do. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've learned something off of this video, because it's actually enjoyable for me to do. And I said, if it has taught you something and it does help you out, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and give me a share if you want to. Drop a comment, let me know what you think of the video, and stay tuned for more updates. I said I'm going to be doing some more videos on the build video of this, but just stay tuned. I apologise because I've been really busy. So yeah, I'm going to be back on this now. I said I'm starting from tomorrow. Just got the coil unplug kit done, so, and I've got some big updates coming. Stay tuned. See you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.